Pleasure to be here today. My name is Antonia. I'm a co-founder of Acute Construction Intelligence. I'm here to talk to you today about one of the largest industries in the global economy, the construction industry. It's an industry that has been declining in productivity for the last decade. If you compare productivity in any other sector in the economy, you'll find that the construction industry is the only industry in the economy that has been declining in productivity over the last decade. Acute is a cloud intelligence platform that enables construction companies to achieve higher margins, fewer errors and faster timelines via real-time data from the field combined with smart analytical techniques. My business partner and I started Acute 14 months ago as a result of the real problems that we've experienced day in and day out managing large-scale commercial construction projects. You see, while construction companies run projects in the tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, at its best case scenario, they are only able to generate 3 to 5% margin levels, and in many cases, significant losses. The sad reality in the industry is that companies that generate no margin, or projects, shall I say, that generate no margin, are still being perceived as a good outcome because it keeps the cash flow going in a current operation. KPMG looked into the industry and they've concluded that 77% of executives experiencing underperforming projects. We have set out to disrupt the industry and change the status quo. Let me introduce you to Acute Construction Intelligence.
Every construction project is different, each with its own dynamic and unique management challenges. The bigger the project, the more spread out your teams, your information, and your data points are, making it extremely difficult to manage everything effectively. That's why we created Acute Construction Intelligence Software. Acute brings you higher margins, fewer errors, and faster timelines on all your projects by identifying critical issues early and giving your team the ability to manage risk instead of fighting fires. Here's how it works. The team in the field uses Acute's intuitive applications to collect data from key areas of the project, such as quality assurance, health and safety, risks and opportunities, performance against programs, and query response times. This data is immediately available to the teams in the office, where the Acute software collects everything into one intelligent source of information. The dashboard gives you key business intelligence and KPI analysis, and allows you to produce automated performance reports at the click of a button. These analytics show you where risks are in your project and who is responsible for them. When you have real-time information from every level of your construction project, you're able to make better decisions and streamline the efficiency of the projects in your pipeline. It's the key to delivering a construction project that exceeds expectations and puts you ahead of the game. Acute, revolutionizing construction intelligence.
So who's behind the business? Essentially, we started Acute as a result of our expertise in the industry. I'm a client-side project manager. I've delivered projects for HP, for Citibank, and large global corporates, ranging from new build high-rises to fit-outs. David is coming from the contractor side, again, having delivered some of New Zealand's most prominent projects. We then have expertise from our lead investor, Janine, as well as technology expert. So what we've achieved over the last 14 months since we started the business, we've graduated from New Zealand's leading incubator, we've validated the market, we've commercialised, we're working with some of New Zealand's largest commercial construction firms. We raised seed funding over $650,000 last year, and we've been nominated to sit on the National Industry Benchmarking Committee in New Zealand. That's me, thank you very much, I appreciate your time.
Now on to our judges for a few questions that you have for Acute.
Yeah, I have one. How many competitors are in this market? I know a few that are in it, but just give me a sense of why is your Happy Meal better than everybody else out there offering analytic?
Right, so we focus on business intelligence and analytics. Most of the technology that has penetrated successfully into the industry, they focus on operational level systems. So things such as document management, health and safety applications and that sort of a thing. We very much focus on analysing that performance data as soon as it is generated on site, and then analysing trends, seeing where the risk, where the opportunities are, and letting people in the office know exactly in real time what's going on and what they need to do in order to improve the bottom line.
How many do what you do?
So we haven't come across any direct competitors. We've come across indirect competition. So there's very large US companies like Procore, for example. They do document management. PlanGrid, they're doing very successfully defecting management and punch lists. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Could you talk a little bit about the traction you have thus far, who you're working with, and what the extent of your work with them looks like?
Sure. We've decided to take the leap, as you say, and commit to the business once we've shown really significant traction from the industry. So we've done market validation, and we had companies that came to us and said, we're really interested in this concept. If you're going to develop it, we'll come on board as trial customers / development partners. So we got 3 of these companies. One of them is third largest in New Zealand. So we're currently working with 4 businesses, and we're in negotiation with the second largest construction company at the moment in New Zealand as well.
What's your bread and butter customer type, and what's your cost of your platform?
Yeah, so really good question. I mean, the construction industry is huge. We focus at this stage on high rises, so companies that run projects at a minimum individual value of $5 million plus. So our current client base range between $10 million annual turnover to about 400 mil.
All right, thank you so much. That was a great job, Acute Construction.